Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 126. Guys, we are La Liga champions. We have won 27 league titles. We have won the La Liga title today away at Espanyol. We have won 4-2. We've gotten a huge victory. We have sealed that La Liga title. The La Liga title is in our hands. Guys, remember I post a link on Twitter at Kool-Aid Podcast 10. All you guys need to do is just click on the link at Kool-Aid Podcast 10, and then you'll be able to join. Anytime you guys ever want to just give your thoughts, comments, discussions, anything, always feel free and welcome to. Let me introduce my coach for today, Alex.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Guys, we have won the La Liga title. It's so exciting. 4 years, after 4 years, we haven't won the La Liga title since 2019. You know, for a club like Barcelona, it's been a long time. Alex, what are your feelings after this huge win?
I'm stoked, man. I'm so happy to have actually won the league. We know how much it means to us and to the club as well. You know, it's a phenomenal trophy to have, and I think for the longest time we took it for granted because we were just so used to winning it that when we had our little trophy drought the last few years, we've really missed it. And it's I mean that's a beautiful picture. Gotta put that in the Louvre.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Um,
Champions. Well, I'm pretty sure that they differ out the H right there, but it doesn't really matter. Barcelona are La Liga champions. It was a huge win, and I thought today's performance was absolutely fantastic. Barcelona, they dominated Espanyol in every single
sure.
aspect of play. They got very clear cut chances. It should have been maybe 5 or 6.
Mhm.
I am disappointed with that we conceded the goal. We didn't get the clean sheet. The 2 goals, I think it was both complacency seeping into the team and as well as Xavi's tinkering of the team. Xavi tinkered with the team. You know, he benched Araujo and Christensen. Both of them, I think, received a knock, and so that's why he subbed them out. He moved Baldy to the right. He put Kune as a center back. He tinkered with that defense, and then we did concede the 2 goals, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are the La Liga champions, and that's all that matters. And one thing I do want to focus on is the amount of praise that Barcelona should receive. We are the deserved victors of this La Liga title. We've been the most consistent throughout the entire season. Just the one thing I don't like is that there's been a lot of people saying like, "Oh, this La Liga title doesn't matter that much. Barcelona have already won it. They won it like weeks ago." But no, Barcelona have been so much better than everyone else. We got in the job early, and that's why we are in this position. If Real Madrid were up to par to Barcelona, if they weren't so bad in La Liga, then the Liga title would be more contested. Just Alex, thoughts on La Liga title win?
Right. So you summed it up pretty well. You know, it's obviously been a good season for Barcelona in the league. They've been the most consistent team. Defensively, they've been extremely solid. I think that's a big surprise that I got from this season. You know, definitely coming into the season, I wouldn't have thought we were going to be so solid defensively because, yeah, it's a good defense, but on paper, there's much better defensive teams out there, and I thought it was surprising that we played as well as we did in that aspect. But yeah, man, it's been a good season. We've been dominating. I thought I would say after like February, March, we kind of thought, yeah, we're gonna win the league. But of course, that's when that's when people let their guard down, and that's when they bottle.
Mm-hmm.
As we've seen with Arsenal.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a point where people get comfortable and they stop giving it their all, and just slow down their level. And I thought Barcelona kept cool head, and yeah, we just dominated the league. Yeah, and yeah, you can make the argument that Madrid maybe didn't play their best because they were focused on the UCL or whatever you want to say. But I just think overall Madrid has not had a great season. Yes, they won the Copa del Rey, which fair play to them. They earned it. But again, you look at the Champions League, they were very iffy throughout. Yes, I would say after like the group stage, they definitely settled down and started playing better. But it's a team that I think all season has been very inconsistent. And on the other hand, I thought we've been very
And
consistent.
and something to summarize is that Real Madrid, they still haven't won the Champions League. Their entire season depends on that game on Wednesday. If they win, they're playing a UCL final, and Real Madrid don't lose finals unless it's against Barcelona. But their entire season depends on that. And so, as you said, props to Barcelona. They got the job done, and they're the deserved winners. And every single one of the Barcelona players deserves credit. But more on the game. This is how Barcelona lined up for today's game against Espanyol. Back in the defense, Ter Stegen, Frankie de Jong, Busquets, Pedri, Gavi, Lewandowski, and Rafinha up top. Now, I was actually expecting Ousmane Dembele to play in this game,
Mhm.
and start. He did play in the game, but he not as a starter.
Yeah, he came
Um, yeah, he came off the bench, and I thought this was the strongest possible lineup that Xavi could have fielded, with the exception of Ousmane Dembele. Now, I didn't have any qualms with this. I thought everyone played spectacularly. I thought Balde had a tremendous and fantastic
Mhm.
game.
For sure.
A goal and an assist. He was absolutely superb. I thought Araujo, he was fantastic. He was able to intercept so many balls. And Busquets and Frankie de Jong, that pair, that double pivot, were absolutely fantastic to this game. I thought both of them controlled the game. They controlled the tempo, and it's just Pedri with a little bit more advance up forward. He was just able to create so many attacking chances. And he finally got an assist, which Balde finished. And then a Lewandowski brace. He didn't get the hat trick, unfortunately. It would have been his first hat trick with the club. Unfortunately, he didn't. And also Rafinha and Gabby, they played a very good game. Gabby with that intense pressure, and Rafinha with, I believe, his important contribution to the second goal. But Alex, thoughts on this game specifically?
Right. So I thought again the offense today, our attackers were on point. We saw they were much more decisive. They scored the chances when it mattered. A goal that I really enjoyed watching was Lewandowski's, his first one, because
The first goal.
yeah, the first goal, the ball movement was great, and Balde was just phenomenal in that
Yeah,
one.
but it was phenomenal. Like
And he
across
gave
that
an
line.
inch perfect cross. Lewandowski just barely had to put his leg in there, and it was a good finish. And yeah, I really liked how we transitioned from the midfield to attack today. I thought it was much more cleaner than in other games. Granted, we have played against more difficult, stronger teams before, but I thought today it was just clicking, especially going forward. And again, we saw the midfield was working well together. Busquets and De Jong, we've said it before, they're a great double pivot. It truly does leave some questions as to what we're going to do with that pivot role next season. But, um, other than that, it was just, I thought we are playing great today. Pedri also had a great game. My man of the match would have to be Balde, just because of the performance he put on today. Assisting,
It,
scoring.
it was either Balde or Frankie de Jong, because I thought both players were just like out of this park. That assist for Frankie de Jong for Kunde, that was unbelievable. I was just like, whoa, the quality, and then the Kunde finish.
For
It was
sure.
just De Jong, and especially in that first half, only giving away 2 passes. He was absolutely superb, like throughout the entire match. He was just quality. Um, and one thing to mention, let me see where I can find it. Oh, after Barcelona won the game, they were actually celebrating. They were celebrating on the
Yeah, the
pitch.
fans attack.
Yeah, they did like a huge rondo, and as you can see right here, all the players were sprinting to the tunnel just because the Espanyol fans invaded the pitch, and they were all running. I'm gonna see if I can find the video specifically, and that way I can share it. Um, but it was fantastic to see the Espanyol players just completely hurt um, after what just has happened. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Uh, I found the video of it. Let me see. And there's actually some criticism of that. So some people saying that, hey, Barcelona shouldn't have celebrated like that in that manner onto that pitch, I'm like,
Yeah,
Paul,
it doesn't
yes.
matter, right? You're celebrating a title win, so you have every right to do what you want. And I understand they have a rivalry going on. It's a derby for them, but Espanyol knew who they were playing and they knew what was at stake. I don't think they can get mad. I mean, yeah, it sucks to see your city rivals celebrating a title, but it is what it is. You move on and you carry on. It's as simple as that. Um, but yeah, honestly, I thought today was a good way to end the season because the remainder of the matches don't really matter. We can literally lose all of them. It's not going to make a difference. Um, so yeah, I just think it's a good way to end the season. I didn't like, however, that we conceded twice.
I didn't like that either. No,
It was unnecessary. Like I understand, you won the game. It doesn't really matter, but still, it's always nice to keep a clean sheet. But
and
I thought Ter Stegen had a great game. He stopped like
yeah,
one on ones
Ter,
and
Ter Stegen was absolutely fantastic this game. He had those chances where he saved Barcelona. There were like two or three chances where if it wasn't for Ter Stegen block, it could have been a very very difficult game. But luckily Ter Stegen was there, and this was especially in the second half. That first half was just complete Barca domination, but the second half, Espanyol, they did come out and they did put pressure on Barcelona. And I feel that that second half it was more Barcelona were getting complacent. However, it sucks because Ter Stegen was basically just one clean sheet away from equaling the entire La Liga record for clean sheets in one season. He was just one clean sheet away. However, he can still break that record. Our next game is against Real Sociedad at home in 6 days. So this weekend on Saturday. Hopefully we get that clean sheet and we can break another record and have that.
that's
But
real quick before you round it off.
yeah,
Is he gonna tie the record or is he gonna surpass?
he's going to tie the record. He's going to tie the record.
Okay.
So it would be 2 games to basically beat them to beat the record.
Right.
But Alex, man of the match or match rating? Well, actually, your man of the match was Balde.
Yeah, man of the match was Balde. Listen, I know I was upset about the clean sheet today, but considering that we won, I'm gonna feel generous. I'm gonna give the match an 8.5.
Okay.
Just because again we won and we won the league, it's not a big deal at the end of the day. It's it sucks they got scored on, but who's gonna complain about winning a trophy, right? I'm super super happy with the result today, and it's a great moment to be a Barca fan right now. So yeah, I'll have to give it an 8.5.
Fantastic. I'm actually going to go for Balde, the same man of the match. I thought he was absolutely superb this game. Close second would be Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong was also spectacular in this game. However, possibly Busquets, maybe? Question. But my match rating for the game would be a 9. Barcelona clinched the La Liga title. They do it at Espanyol in the stadium with style. Nothing more you can ask. Guys, we will be back for more reaction to this game. We're going to give a more detailed analysis, and review our La Liga season as a whole. And as we'd like to touch up on what next season can hold. But as always, guys, remember I posted a link on Twitter at Kool-Aid Podcast 10. Always feel free to join. Just click on the link and then you'll be able to join. Give your thoughts, comments, and discussions. Guys, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. It helps us out a ton. Follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. All of them are at Kool-Aid Podcast. And I hope you guys enjoy this monumentous day where Barcelona clinched the 27th La Liga title. I hope you guys enjoy that. But until